Welcome to HerStance, where we don't just revisit history, we redefine it. By spotlighting the profound impact of female trailblazers, we forge a clear path from their legacies to contemporary change. Our mission has always been to empower women and allies to discover their potential and drive progress in health, education, and safety. Over the course of our episodes, we've challenged the narratives that hold us back. We reframed the story of Medusa, moving from victim blaming to a direct challenge of the double standards women face today. We explored the legacy of Pocahontas, connecting the horrors of colonization to the modern crisis of missing and murdered Indigenous persons. We confronted the Matilda effect, honoring the women inventors and innovators too often erased from history books, an absence that fuels the persistent underrepresentation of women in STEM today. And we celebrated the sisters-in-law, Sandra Day O'Connor and Ruth Bader Ginsburg, who proved that women can stand on opposite sides of the political aisle while remaining resolutely pro-woman. There is no shortage of inspirational women to spotlight, yet we find ourselves in a time where we are still fighting to be seen and heard. HerStance was born from this personal need to address the persistent misogyny that remains a reality in the U.S. and across the globe. HerStance was born from a personal need to address the persistent misogyny in the United States and around the world. I truly believed we were making progress, closing the wage gap and seeing women in top leadership roles. But the 2024 elections shattered that illusion for me, revealing a mirage where the progress of women, people of color, the LGBTQ+ community, and immigrants was being actively erased or targeted. I felt a desperate need to act, yet I've realized that while platforms to reach thousands are more accessible than ever, the message often struggles to break through the cult of personality that drives the masses. I've come to realize I don't have the resources or the energy for that world stage. Inspired by Martin Luther King's words, "If I cannot do great things, I can do small things in a great way," and the 1970s Think Globally, Act Locally movement, I've decided to close this chapter of the HerStance podcast. Over the course of 32 episodes, several key truths have emerged. It is never too late to reinvent yourself. I learned the complexities of podcasting and marketing in my 60s, proving that new skills have no expiration date. Never let others define your limits. Education is an asset that no one can take from you. Consider Caroline Lucretia Herschel. Despite childhood illness and the restrictive societal expectations of her time, she refused to be underestimated and became a world-renowned astronomer. Women are the architects behind the scenes. We've seen time and again that behind great men are often even greater women. For example, Frances Perkins was the true architect of the New Deal, brought in through the influence of Eleanor Roosevelt. And the roots of misogyny are deep, but not natural. Before industrialization and organized religion purposefully subjugated women, their contributions were revered in equal measure. Our DNA and ancient history know this truth, which is why there is such deep unrest today. To continue doing good in this world, I've realized that I must first find peace within myself. Between the current political climate and the weight of systemic actions, my nervous system often feels sizzling, leaving me with a profound sense of sadness and exhaustion. As a professional in the healthcare industry, I know I'm not alone. I see this same strain reflected in the eyes of my colleagues every day. I wonder if you feel it too. The HerStance challenges were born from this need, a way to focus on the tangible ways we can make a difference, one deliberate action at a time. We know we can't boil the ocean, but through these inspirational stories, I saw a golden opportunity to highlight modern efforts for change. They serve as a vital counter-narrative to the injustice and bias so prevalent in today's media. While the work I've built will remain available to the public, my own focus is beginning to shift. My efforts are evolving, and perhaps this is the moment where you might take the lead as well. Moving forward, my focus shifts to 1. Self-compassion. I must fill my own cup so it isn't depleted. 2. Wholesome action. I want every interaction I have to bring peace and pleasantness. And 3. Inner peace. I've learned that meditation and training the mind are the only true paths to making a difference. By pausing and breathing, I can respond with compassion rather than emotional charge. While this podcast is coming to an end, the journey doesn't have to. The HerStance website at www.elevateherexistence.com, all 32 episodes, and our community challenges will remain online for the next year as a resource for you. As I move forward, I'm committing to a few simple ways to keep the HerStance spirit alive, and I'd love for you to join me. Keep speaking up. I urge you to continue sharing your voice with your representatives. They need to know exactly what you expect from them. Vote with your wallet. Support women-owned businesses. When you have a choice, choose hers. And stay informed. Visit the Annenberg Foundation website to read the interactive United States Constitution. Understanding how our country was built is the first step in seeing where things are going awry. I'm reminded of what anthropologist Margaret Mead famously said. Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it's the only thing that ever has. Do what you can and find peace in knowing you've done your part. Remember, peace within brings about peace without. May you always find peace and compassion. You've been listening to HerStance Podcast. Written, hosted, and produced by me, Sandra Cayley. All episodes and the HerStance challenges are on the website www.elevateherexistence.com. Until we meet again, take a stance. HerStance.